Hello friends, this is Worm, and we are back with another mini-sode of the Fix-It series, the series where we talk about every single sub-archetype of weapon in Destiny 2, and what we can do to more or less bring it in line with all other weapon archetypes. Of course, the last episode we talked about high-impact auto rifles, so we're going to move up the fire rate chain and talk about precision auto rifles, aka the 450 round per minute auto rifles, because these are actually in a really a decent spot in my opinion. High impacts had their own set of issues that we talked about last time, but when it comes to 450s, I'm thinking things like the Prosecutor, Shadow Prize, that's one of the newest additions to that archetype. Things like Amets, which Amet is a really awesome auto rifle. All these fall under that 450 precision frame auto rifle archetype. Now, when it comes to these, like I said, I think they're pretty balanced. I think that they have the biggest competition from 600 auto rifles, 600 round per minute auto rifles, right? The adaptive auto rifles, of course, precision auto rifles, they have more, more predictive recoil is their intrinsic trait. You know, it's very accurate. They're good at hitting precision shots. And of course, adaptives are just those sturdy all around, you know, whatever you want to call it. But I think that these two have the most combat with each other. You know, obviously 360s, like we talked about last week, have their very own special case situation. 720s, their fire rate is so high that they have their own, you know, certain auto rifle archetype, but 450s and 600s, they really clash. So I want to separate the difference between the 450s and the 600 round per minute auto rifles. And with the 450s and the precision frame, I think that simple changes are all that it needs, starting off with, of course, building into the name precision frame and increasing precision damage from these auto rifles. Now, I think that also slightly decreasing body shot damage is very important here. I think that, you know, they're already pretty decent at outputting damage. They're already pretty decent at ad clear, but because of their accuracy levels, I think that you could increase precision damage, not quite to the level of, you know, 360 round per minute auto rifles, but substantially more than your 600s. That way, you know, the difference between the 600 and the 450. And by the way, this episode is going to combine, I guess, both. We'll combine the 450s and 600s in this episode. I wasn't initially going to do it, but we're going to do it now. But 450s increase their precision damage and decrease their body shot damage, not by a lot. I don't think that you need to substantially hurt precision frames body shot damage and really raise up the precision damage. Of course, inside the Crucible, you know, that's a whole different story. This series and most of the stuff we talk about on the channel here that's not specific to PvP is more PvE oriented, and that's kind of where these ideas are coming from, is in a PvE environment. But having the ability to deal more precision damage, because the 450s are more accurate, it's easier to hit those precision shots, and it should be, you know, you should be more rewarded with hitting those precision shots. I think that also going forward, another thing Bungie could potentially do to make the precision, you know, the precision frame auto rifle more precision based, I guess, is introduce more precision based perks. You know, we have things like Outlaw, precision kills, get faster reload speed. Obviously not on auto rifles, but rapid hit, precision hits increase your, you know, stability and reload speed and stuff like that. And maybe, you know, maybe you could develop a trait for auto rifles, you know, that is similar to rapid hit. Give it a different name, but you put it on, and instead of giving you increased stability and reload, perhaps maybe it's increased reload speed and increased handling, just for example, because precision frames, you know, one of the areas that they're not super great in is handling. Same thing with high impacts, but you could do something like that. But I think that just, you know, changing up the perks on 450s so that it encourages more of that precision damage gameplay. But like I said, also increasing that precision damage, you know, with 600s. I think 600s are actually, if you made that change to 450s, 600s would actually be in a pretty decent spot, because the trade-off is, do I want more precision damage with an, you know, maybe longer range, but still a decent ad clear option, or would I want something that's more going to be catered to that close range environment that's going to be sturdy, well-rounded, like, you know, whatever the adaptive frame says, because that's really what they are, you know, something that's going to handle all situations pretty moderately, right? We talked about high impact. High impact should be able to handle high health targets. In fact, somebody made a great comment on that video, talking about how high impacts, I'm going to go off on a tangent here, high impact should have increased damage to majors and bosses and stuff like that. But you know, neither this nor that. You know, high impacts, they have their specific thing. You know, range, high hitting, you know, or hard hitting weapon. 450 should have that precision, you know, that precision bonus. If you are accurate, you're going to do much better with it. But of course, missing your precision shots is going to hurt you. So there's that balance, you know. Then you move up to adaptives, and adaptives are well-rounded. If you got enemies that are close to you, they're going to handle pretty well. If you got enemies that are, you know, medium range, they're going to handle pretty well. Again, all the other archetypes are going to do everything that adaptive does better. But when it comes to adaptive auto rifles, they should be the jack of all trades. They should be the jack of auto rifles. Not the best range, not the best handling, not the best stability, but they handle every single engagement pretty equally. If enemies are really close, perfect. If they are far away, perfect. You know, or not perfect, but you know, if they're close, they're going to handle pretty well. If they're far away, it's going to handle pretty well. Like, I think that would be the optimal place for 600 round per minute auto rifles to be, that adaptive archetype. But yeah, that's really the only change I'd make. I think once you change precisions, adaptives are going to be fairly well off. You could argue that maybe reducing the range on adaptive auto rifles just by a tiny bit, like maybe 5%, like nothing crazy, but you know, separating these two archetypes is the key, in my opinion, to making them feel more unique in terms of what they're supposed to do. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Like I said, it's a mini-sode. I don't think there's a whole lot of change that is needed from 450s or 600s. I think they're all both in a really decent spot as it is, but I want to hear your thoughts on them. What do you think? Do you think they're pretty good? Do you think you have better changes than I do? Let me know that in the comments. Of course, if you like today's video, drop a like, helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe for more daily Destiny content, conversations, and episodes such as this one, or series, I guess I should say. And yeah, do me a favor, watch the videos you see here on the end screen, because for whatever reason, YouTube thinks you'll like them. I will see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.